Well, hello and welcome back to the episode of Evospace. Last episode I'll show you something. Today I'm gonna show another thing. Sorry about that, but I really don't remember now. Anyway, many things has changed here. Many things. As you can see here at the top, a lot of stuff has changed. First, our three basic setups are made. Now we have a conveyor bringing all the resources into this line here to here, where we have your racks with items and splitters to force the item inside. Have one here for the future silver, one for goldy, one for malachite, one for magnetite, and then got a break here, and so on. Here everything is going to be smelted and put into racks like this. Because malachite, if it's melted into the stone smelter, give you 1 to 1. But you can electrolyze it to get it to turn 2 malachites into 1 copper dust. And some oxygen. Why you want to do that is beyond my guess. So everything is in the smelter. The steel smelter, that is the fastest one I have at this moment. And forever, because this is the top. Same thing with the magnetite. Is melted 1 to 1 or electrolyze it 2 to 1. The difference is that the iron is then sent here into some storage for future uses, and the FC is macerated into dust, and that dust go back to the conveyor line. Here we have a manual insertion of a conch to combine with some iron dust to make steel, as you can see. And why I use the iron dust instead of the iron I already get here? Well, because I need the iron dust to actually make stainless steel dust. That's one reason. This is the iron dust that comes from the maceration and also from some of the process here, from the washing of the magnetite and washing malachite. We have the mixer to mix 5 iron and 1 chromium into steel dusting. We have here our rack for the chromium that comes from the rub. And here I'm going to get the rub itself. That inserted into this electrolyzer to make aluminum oxide and chromium. The chromium is sent to the other chromium, and the aluminum oxide is sent here, where it's placed into another electrolyzer to make aluminum steel that they put into this steel rack here to then be smelted into aluminum plate. This here combining iron dust from here with chromium dust from here to make stainless steel, put inside this rack here, then is melted here, and place it here into another rack, and we got this amount of stainless steel. Steel is made here, as you always know, and just send it up here. Pretty simple. Now, ignore this part here for now. Here we have a lot of constructors, copper constructors. This one make copper parts, 3 stacks. This make steel parts, 3 stacks. This make stainless steel parts, 3 stacks. And this make aluminum parts, 4 stacks. And we did it. I automated the basic construction of these resources here. And this, let me tell you, it was not easy to do actually, because I had to think a lot about how to make it. And to be quite honest, I am not happy with this, but I cannot keep delaying it, because the factory must grow, and if I take too long keeping here, nothing else is going to happen. And still need to leave some space here, because we still have titanium to deal with. It's the next tier of resource, and then composite, and then neutronium. And I'm going to have to also process other ores here, like cinnabar. To get the sulfur and mercury that's required to progress and make the titanium, composite and neutronium. And also other materials like monzonite, that's going to give me thorium, and other resources like this rare earth sludge, and some things that don't exist in real life as far as I know, like this pyroplatite that can give me gold, but what is necessary is to combine this with the aqua regia to make the platinum rhodium solution. It's going to give me, well, platinum and rhodium, and this is used to some very advanced stuff. I never got to it, and I don't know if I'm going to get to it, because that chemistry stuff is boring as hell. Anyway, this was the basic processing of the metals. Now we need to automate the circuits production. That's this part here. But to do so, we are also going to require a little extra of components that aren't just metal. That's why I made here this cluster of things here. First we have an aluminum farm producing wood to feed the furnaces here. That power this drill here that's collecting rock, crushing it into gravel. When we get some rock, then the gravel is macerated into sand. Sand then is turned into glass here, and here is put into separator to make the silicon oxide. Then the silicon oxide is electrolyzed to become silicon, and it's placed into this chest here. You have a complex of aluminum Stirling engines and flywheels to power everything here, even make some power here. And we have the first battery box, that is the aluminum one with the primitive battery. It can hold only 25 kilowatts of power, so it's not much, to be quite honest. With the current consumption of 1.7, it's just barely lasting 20 seconds. It's just to have something to store. Then here we have a constructor that also taking wood from here to make the circuit boards, to make circuits. And this also taking wood from here to make coal. And we are getting full into creosote. I have to deal with it later on. So you can imagine that this here is not be able to keep up, even though it is aluminum. I need to upgrade it to stainless steel at least, as soon as possible. Well, this making coal, that power itself down there, you have to believe me. I have here a copper furnace, getting coal to make this work. I could try to use the creosote, but the recipe to making wood into coal don't give me enough creosote to make it a full cycle. It's not fast enough. It's not giving enough of it. And I use some of the fluid to power this macerator. Let's macerate the coal into coal dust. And the other side, it is picking pumpkins from this farm here, macerating it into organics and placing into this chest here. And why is that so? As you can see here, everything is being supplied to the circuit assemblers. First, you have the most basic one in codes. That this construction take copper wire and silicon to make transistors. If I try to make circuits by hand, I need to make this triode that require glass and copper wire. So by using a silicon with wire, it becomes a lot cheaper to make the basic circuit. And the transistor can be used into an aluminum assembler, one circuit board, two transistors make one circuit. So this is a cheaper basic circuit like we have here. Now to make the advanced one, we have many options. But the most easy one, using a circuit board. This one here uses circuit, but I not want to use circuits to make other circuits. It's just lame. We have a recipe here that uses the circuit board, two transistors and three resistors to make one advanced one. And to make the resistors, we have two recipes. In the constructor, we can combine a coal dust with one organics and a copper wire to make one resistor. Or into the assembler, using the coal dust, the organics, and a golden wire to make two. Since golden wire don't have many uses aside some late tech here like titanium, I am using it to make the resistors that fit this machine here, that take the circuit board, the transistors and resistors to make advanced circuits. Nice. So both of them are automated. One here has two stacks, and here also has two stacks. But now I have the third one, that is the processor. The processor takes one circuit board, two resistors, and three advanced circuits to make it. Of course, this is the recipe that I have at the moment. There is better recipes later on. So for now, circuits now we have the minimum of it. I don't call it very minimum because there is lower recipes as I showed before. But this is the one that is give you good enough of wield. Now what we do when going up into tech here is to unlock better recipes. Like the transistor here. The one using silicon and copper wire to give one. Very soon, when I get the polyethylene foil here, I can make a recipe that I combine it with silicon and one golden to make 2. Or better one, a silicon wafer with 4 to make 8. And even later on, use this doped silicon wafer with platinum wire to make 16 at once. The same thing here is with resistors. For now, coal, organics, gold wire makes 2. Later, gold wire and polyethylene make 4. Then later on, neodymium and polytetrafluoroethylene make 8. And finally, tantalum and polyethylene make 60. Making the circuits cheaper, but also we're going to have even more expensive circuits later on. But just as I said in the previous episode, we are reaching the technical ceiling of stuff here. because we're not going to get much new things here, only better things. So far, the only new things that we're gonna open up here when we get to titanium will be nuclear power, I believe. And later on into the composite, fusion power, and so on. And the industrial versions of some machines here. But for now, they are just a question of the first nuclear fusion reactor is a titanium. But for now, what I have here is more than enough, because even though I have all of this kind of working no stopping, my fluid here has not gone down one bit. Still full on. But I am not using that much, to be quite honest. I still only kept here 20 researches. However, as you can see here, this one here takes 123k computations. The next one takes 400,000 computations, and they are getting extremely expensive. Very soon gonna have some research that require millions of research. So I have to actually upgrade these computers here to better versions. Now this is what I told you about what the dev had in mind. The copy computer give you 1 computation per second. If you make the steel computer, that require 1 steel and 5 circuits each one. Like so here. This gives us 2 computations. So and also using double the power. So with this we can get more computations into less space. However, one of the biggest difference is that while the basic computer, here the copy computer, when you feed it a basic circuit, it increases the production by 10. It go from 1 to 10 per second, while the bar last here, the steel one, right here, when given an advanced circuit, it's gone from 2 to 100 per second. Yes, just the single computer with the advanced circuits being fed on it, we're gonna work like 5 of this entire setup. But the problem is that you need to keep feeding circuits. That's kind of a reason that I try to automate circuits as fast as I can. So now I can just put this arm here and try to feed it. Since this is full here and this is also full, all this, we have a lot of spare circuits here to be keeping here. And now my research that was going to take half an hour is about 10 minutes. But I do still plan to at least change the basic computers to more advanced one. And if you are curious, we have the advanced computer already unlocked. I just need to find where it is. I am missing 5 advanced ones. So let me pick here 5. Let's build 1 here. And this here. It says 3 here, but I don't think it's 3. I think it's 4. Because it doubles every time. But this here only accept the processor. The very expensive processor. and how much does it increase? And 1000 for a second. But as you can see, the bar goes down very fast. So it's going to consume one extremely fast. Now the recipe requires only 1 minute to complete. But it's probably going to end before it actually finish. I don't have any idea how much this lasts. Let's try to half a minute to 4 minutes, 3. Yeah, it's okay. Let's give one just to complete this current research here. I am curious about this new research that we did not had before here. This new transformer. And let us check it. Let's hope it's not gonna to crash the game. Oh my god. Requires so much wire. Let's get some wire here then. 200 wires. That's a lot of wires, friend. Just a better transformer outpower 8 kilowatts. The normal one is just 8 kilowatts. So 10 times it. Very interesting. Very interesting. Now that's only going to take you 1 hour to complete. And that's a recipe that is required to actually progress the tech tree. Because it is here that I'm going to make the titanium later on. But I'm also going to open this new recipe here that can cook 16 silicons with 1 mercury to make 1 silicon monocrystal that I can then turn into 16 silicon wafers. And these wafers I need to research, of course, but combine with the polyethylene plate to make the transistors. But for now, it has no use. We'll make this recipe here that requires the capacitor. It's just like this. So many things, so many things. But anyway, now that I got here, I'm going to start the progress to stainless steel and work into making more energy. Start using electricity to power stuff here. I need to bring the remaining resources to here. I'm going to need to bring the cinnabar and the bauxite to here to actually progress the game. So this is what I'm gonna do off camera. Expand this a little more to the side and then make the auto processing and start getting ready to make titanium probably. Screw it, let's actually I should really start to favorite recipes here that I use it a lot. So I can just come here and look for it instead of here. Where is that recipe that I want? I can't find it. Gosh damn it. Go ahead, feed the expensive computer. I don't want this to take 300 hours to finish. Let's hope this don't end up as a loss. But as you can see, the switch that was going to take 1 hour is now going to take 6 minutes. It's a huge difference. So I guess this is going to be it for this episode. Was a lot of yapping, but at least we got new stuff for you to see. So again, this was OnGuard. Thank you so much for watching.